Hi, my name is Martin, and I wanted to present a story I heard recently. It really made an impact on the way I think about things and the way I think about helping people, which is really important when you're considering business, any business. It really helps you succeed when you're trying to help other people. The story starts off with a farmer, and the farmer hears a boy screaming out in his field, and um, so he runs out there real quick to try and help the boy, and the boy was stuck in a bog, which is quicksand for a cornfield, more or less. So he finds a way to save the boy. Basically, it was beyond the boy's. It was beyond his waist. He was pretty far into it, and he was sinking, and he thought he was going to die. And the farmer ended up saving him. And he asked the boy if he's okay, and the boy just shoots. He just takes off running, and he thinks, okay, well, at least the boy's safe. He goes back home, and the next morning he hears the knock on the door, and he goes to the door to see who it is, and it's a man, and he says, I heard you saved my son yesterday. I'm here to offer you a reward. And so the man says, oh no, I can't take a reward. I have a son the same age, and I would hope somebody would do the same for me. And the man says, well, this is a large reward. Um, how about education? Can you afford an education for your son? And he said, well, no, I can't. And he sees the son in the background behind the farmer. And he says, how about I give your son education like my son has? And so the farmer agrees. He says, okay, thank you. And that boy, the farmer's son, ends up growing up to be Winston Churchill, which is pretty incredible. And Winston Churchill, everybody knows who he is. And he undoubtedly wouldn't have become what he was if it wasn't for his father saving that son, and that son father offering an education for Winston Churchill. That part alone is incredible, but what's even more incredible is that boy that the farmer saved ended up being Alexander Fleming, the inventor of penicillin, and also a Nobel Peace Prize winner. And it gets even more crazy is Alexander Fleming, after he invented penicillin, it ended up saving Winston Churchill's life later on in life because he was going to die for that exact problem that penicillin solved, and it saved the farmer as well. So you never know what kind of effect you have on other people, and you never know how much help you're really doing by something small, even if it's just saving a boy from the bog. I thought that was something interesting to consider. And also there's something else I learned today that I thought would be cool to share. They talk about Generation Y, which is anybody above 1980 and up to 2000. That's considered Generation Y because the realm of internet really came in, and the realm of cell phones really came in. Technology is the way that we converse to each other now. Basically, when I think about Generation Y, nobody really talks on the phone anymore. Not at my age, anyways. And they talk about Generation X, which was what was before Y, and they actually used to talk to people, and they had to get to learn life skills like speaking with people on the phone, or just getting to know people, or having rapport, or just being good people. And I think it's funny because I kind of consider myself in the middle of both, even though I'm not technically by age. I'm not, but I still like to talk on the phone, and I think that's really good for business because I can speak with anybody and I can talk to them about anything they want to, and I really don't have a problem there. But it's funny how Generation Y I named off a couple of things today at work. A few things that I do that people can contact me with. One of them being cell phone, texting, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, email, uh, calling. There's a lot of things now. Anybody can contact me pretty much any way now, and it really isn't a problem, and I'll get back to them. So I think that's pretty incredible. This is the Generation Y that I live in. And I thought that was worth sharing. That people these days really just don't converse the way they used to, which I think really presents me in a better angle in business than other people, because I'm willing to learn from Generation X people, and I'm willing to learn to teach Generation Y people. And I also learned how to take care of your employees who are Generation Y, because they don't respond the same way that Generation X do. Something that I heard was that you should, on their first day, make sure it's not a day that sucks in your job. Usually that's Monday for most businesses. Another thing that they said is, on their birthday, give them a present. Make them recognized, because Generation Y, they celebrate their birthday like birthday month. They don't celebrate on their birthday. They celebrate every day coming up to their birthday and the week after their birthday. So I think that's really funny and worth noting too. There are also a few other things to consider when hiring somebody who's Generation Y. One of the other things you can do is give them business cards when they first come in. Just a few business cards, not anything expensive or whatever, but it makes them feel like a part of the company. It makes them want to work a lot harder without really getting anything extra. And also, let's see, what else? Tell them when they're doing really well. Tell them that they're doing a great job, which is different for Generation X. Generally, if a owner or a manager speaks to you in Generation X, you feel like that's a bad thing. You did something wrong. Nowadays, for Generation Y, if you get talked to, it's usually a good thing. You want your boss to communicate with you, and it makes you feel good. And I know it did for me. Knowing my boss was speaking with me about the business, it made me feel a lot more important. So anyways, I'm gonna wrap things up. I thought these things were interesting points to talk about, but go ahead and hit me up any way you want, and I'll get back to you if you have any questions. Thank you.